Good evening, you know the vibes. Rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. So tonight, um, we're gonna speak on the mouthpiece because that is like trending right now. That is a trending topic. Um, so I think we'll address the mouthpiece tonight. Just give me a second. You know, give me 2 seconds. We're gonna go in. You know what? I'm gonna put my camera on tonight. The house is kind of quiet, right? It's just me and my dog. I'm looking for. I'm trying to find the remote just in case I want to, you know, put some stuff on. See, my kids, they be taking stuff and not returning it. But once I get situated, right? Because I am at the desk. When I'm at the desk, I like to pull up different articles and stuff, but for some reason I the can't find I cannot find the remote. I don't want to disturb my children. We're gonna go in on the mouthpiece. Shout out to WCS. WCS did a fire live on that. He's probably about the only one that I've seen speak on it with a little bit of sense, right? All you other dudes, you guys are out here talking about it, right? All right. Can't find the remote, man. I don't know what my kids be doing, man. I come home and then they come in my space and they get a little frantic. But you know what? I put the camera on, right? Because you guys are talking smack about me, right? So we put the camera on for y'all tonight, man. I mean, y'all in my comments calling me Beetlejuice and all that. Man, listen, I don't have that problem, but so we'll throw the camera on tonight. Shout out to Wise Owl Boxing. Support the brand. Shout out to Mark, man, my guy Mark, Charles Conwell's manager. But let's get to this mouthpiece because right now this mouthpiece is trending. It is a trending topic. Appreciate that. Shout out to Big Blunts in the first one in the building. Sapa say, my peoples, man. Shout out to the Zoes, man. All the Zoes worldwide. I met some good Haitian brothers while I was out there in Ohio, man. So shout out to the Zoes worldwide. You know the vibes, man. Carlos, I see you in the building, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Andrew Charles, I can't see you. I gotta find out how to figure out how to unblock you because when I was doing the wrench thing, they for some reason they never really wanted me to get this YouTube thing going. It was blocking people. But you know what's crazy? My YouTube is rocking and rolling right now. Go figure, right? I guess there are some real true boxing fans out there. But we're gonna get to this mouthpiece, right? Because this mouthpiece is trending, right? So let's pull the mouthpiece up. Let's go to it. Here it is. This is courtesy of Ellie Setback Reporting because they always give Ellie the exclusives. Yes, Ellie gets the exclusives. So here is the mouthpiece. But guys are going crazy over the mouthpiece. So let's go crazy over it too as well, right? Now the mouthpiece, he went to, if you was watching episode 2, I was going to try to throw it up, but I don't know what my kids did with the all of the stuff, right? So in episode 2, which probably was recorded a while back, but um I don't. I wanted to freeze the mouthpiece. Hold on. I don't want the whole video to play, Ellie. I just want the people to see the mouthpiece. So we'll stop it. All right. Hopefully I stop the video so we can just focus on the mouthpiece. Right? So now this is the mouthpiece. If you was watching episode 2, he went to the custom grill type guy. And I think it's important to speak on this now because, like I said, I be in contact with a lot of fighters behind the scenes, and I will keep them, their names out of this. But prior to all of this taking place, a particular fighter had came to me, because like I said, I talk to fighters on the regular, and he was telling me that Earl Spence, the reason why he was having these problems today. Why's the video playing? I don't want the video to play. We'll just close out of this. We'll leave it right there because if I leave it right there, it shows, right? You guys can see the mouthpiece. But that mouthpiece is trending right now. Everybody's talking about the mouthpiece. But back to what I was saying in regards to the fighter that I was speaking to. He disclosed to me before this even came out, the 24/7, that Earl Spence could not bite down, with the being what he went through. And I was like, nah, that don't sound right. I was like, why are you saying that? He was like, yo, I'm telling you. He was like, I'm telling you. And this is a fighter. I'm not going to disclose who it is. He was like, yo, he can't bite down on his mouth guard. That's why his mouthpiece keeps coming out. I never reported on it. I never spoke on it. But I took the mental notes. And then when I seen the 24/7, I keep calling it 24/7. That's how long I've been doing this, man. All access. But remember, 24/7 was the original. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He made that famous. So All Access EP number 2. When he's getting the work done, the grill. That's what I call the grill. I still got a grill. The different fronts and fangs and all that. So when he's getting his mouth situated to have his grill, his mouthpiece, something that the dude said, it made me go back to what the fighter told me about him not being able to bite down. The guy stated, this will not be able to come out of your mouth. You won't have they could give you your water in between the rounds, something along those lines. I might even put the audio up. Matter of fact, why don't I pull it up, so we can get the right, you always want to have the right terminology. And while I'm doing that, I want to say this, right? For you guys that are going crazy over my videos of Earl Spence, for the young man that commented and said that it's obvious I don't like him. No, it's obvious they don't like me. If you check the history, I was a big supporter. Like he said, I knew his uncles. I was the one that got on his helmet about the shit that he came out admitting to, being a drunk and a quote unquote other things he was doing. I was the one that was on his helmet about that. But me being me, they tried to make me the cover guy. You feel me? So that's why I hold him to where I hold him at now. So for you, young fella, because you guys are young to me, man, real strange and young. You said that my video was negative. This shows how weird and strange you guys are. So me pointing out what his coach did, laugh at him struggling with the pole and the kettlebell weights on the ropes is a negative video. So I guess the coach was being negative and laughing. That's all I want to say for that one. And a lot of you guys are so scary. Not only scary, you guys are get along gang, right? Because I know from the amount of views that these videos are doing, right? They make a lot of sense. But you guys are so like programmed that you always want to, whenever somebody points something out that is in a video, it's not negativity, it's what is in the video. The Melvin Sanders laughed when he struggled. He did like this. His legs buckled. That's not negativity. That is what happened. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, right? But let me get to that. I want to play the exact audio, right? You know, we got to get it together over here with the audio, man. Too bad, like I can't. I got, you know what? I got to look around, man. It might be in the living room. It's somewhere around here, man. I need the remote. I could have threw it on the flat screen, you know. But whatever. I got the phone. I got the laptop, so we're all right. It just sounds better when it comes off the TV, I think. You know, because I do rewatch some of my stuff, you know. I am my own critic, right? You know, I rewatch my stuff because, you know, I'm trying to perfect the source as a blogger. Because, you know, if you fuck with me, you fuck with me, right? The real life shit, if you're official, you already know who I really am when it comes to the real life content, you know, pictures, interviews, things of that nature. The work speaks for itself. But hey, what do I know? But let's get to this all access. I wanna, you know, because we gotta stick with the here it is. We gotta stick with the mouthpiece. Because a lot of y'all are programmed already off of the mouthpiece, right?
The 6th round hit me when my mouthpiece came out.
Yeah, here it is.
I think my last 4 fights, my mouthpiece came out.
Last 4 fights. And y'all hear that, man? If y'all can hear that, man, say source. Somebody type source in the chat. I want to make sure y'all hear this good.
Last fight, I had a partial in my mouth that I had to glue in like every day. The 6th round, he hit me when my mouthpiece came out. But I'm just thinking that my teeth came out. Man, that would have been super embarrassing. Man, my teeth out, man, it's going to be like mean everywhere. This is going to be like all over social media. I wasn't even worried about getting knocked out. I was just like, I got to fire my teeth. But
thank you,
To
Pop.
the point where it was like I was just hurt. It was like, I did like that, and it was still in my mouth, and that's when I smiled. I was like, because I still had my teeth in. It's funny now, but it would have been funny if my parts would have fell out during that time.
Okay. Now let's get to what the guy's going to tell him.
Yeah, I don't want any fights to be like that anymore, where, you know, my mouthpiece falling out, I get hit with a shot. It's just one less thing I have to think about in the fight.
It's going to be super hard to take out of your mouth. Like during your breaks, you probably don't even have to take it out. You can drink water and you can breathe a lot better. Like it'll be life-changing.
Did you hear what he said? It's going to be super hard to take it out your mouth. See, I wanted to get the exact right quote. It's going to be super hard to take it out of your mouth. In between rounds, they could give you your water and stuff like that. See, that's what I was highlighting. See, I picked up on that. You know why I picked up on that? Because like I told you, I speak with fighters, coaches, and you know, and I remember the fighter telling me that Earl Spence could not bite down on his mouthpiece. And I was like, are you sure? You know, maybe you're trying to just send me out there to put out a video and mock him or something. And then I watched this on All Access too. And I was like, man, this dude called it. He said that. So maybe this is part of the reason why he states it himself. His last 4 fights, he had trouble keeping his mouthpiece in. Prior to that, he never had that problem, right? Right or wrong? Is this an Earl Spence bashing session? Not at all, man. I do this, man. I'm just, you know, it is a lot of you guys doubted me for so long. You really didn't doubt me. You was, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm in the game, man. It is what it is. Yeah, a lot of you guys, this is the game for y'all. So y'all figure by not fucking me with this, it was going to stop me from being in the game. No, I'm in the game regardless. Like I tell you, I don't care if it's nobody in here. When I was doing my thing, I was just building up my catalog because I do my thing. You understand? It's levels to this. Like a lot of you guys want the YouTube deal. I don't want that deal. I like to come on here and just do what I do, right? So as I digress back to what I was saying, the mouthpiece this time should not come out of his mouth. You heard what the specialist, because that's what he is, a specialist, mouth guard specialist, we'll refer to him as. So now hopefully this mouthpiece does not come out of his mouth because he can't bite down. It's obvious. You know, it's obvious. See, somebody gave that to me, but I didn't jump out there and put it out there. I should have put it out there. If I would have put that out there, and now, like I said, EP2 comes out, and he needs a customized special mouthpiece, and the mouth guard specialist says it's going to be hard to get out of your mouth. Man, I would have been looking like the prophet right now. Real talk. But I didn't put that out. But I think this is what we need to talk about, since you guys are talking about the mouthpiece. Oh, it's an eye on it. Cool. And how many eyes has he collected? See, this is why when I like, a lot of boxing talk is just goofy to me. The man got over 20-something fights. Dennis Ugas, Cal Brook. You guys always want to throw in Lamont Peterson and Danny Garcia. So I'll throw those guys in too. So that's 4 eyes out of 20-something fights. So he collects eyes out of 4 out of 20+ something fights. No, he's not an eye collector. He's not even a will breaker. But that's a whole nother, you know. Well, I can't wait to July 29th, man. Because this guy got to live up to a lot of expectations. And, you know, sticking on that, I see he's running rigorous, still running the mountains. What are we? 11 days out now? Today's the 18th. He's still doing rigorous training, mile work. For those of y'all that know something about fight camps, right? I don't know nothing. Educate me now, right? Because I'm just gonna just stick to blogging right now. When do you shut down from doing like long distance runs like that? Any of you guys know this? Or have any of you guys been a part of a fight camp? Have any of you guys do you guys talk to fighters? Do you have any knowledge of normally when a fighter like they're not doing these long rigorous runs like that? When do they usually shut that down? When do they shut that down? For anybody that's in here that knows, you know, something about a fight camp, you know, because this guy's 11 days out, and I seen, you know, people send me a lot of stuff, you know. You know what's crazy, right? I get a lot of videos and content now, right? And I tell them, I'll be like, yo, you know, it's cool, but you know, maybe I'll put a short out. You know, that's not my cup of tea now. I'm not really focused on that. You know, back in the day when I was focused on that, you know, I would have loved that. Now, it's like, especially when it's him and their team, I'd be like, yeah, you know, Crawford, maybe, you know, I like those guys. And I'm not saying I don't like Earl Spence and them. I just, you know, I had, you know, past dealings with them. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Remember, I'm the one that I knew his uncles. I was clout chasing. All kind of other messy stuff, right? So when it pertains to him and certain content, I don't even like putting it out, to be honest, because it's like, I'm on ESPN now, brother. But when I was putting out content, rocking with you, and, you know, they you know, I don't know, man. Maybe that's the type of dudes that's around you. You think everybody needs you to come up off of you or something. Last time I checked, when I was rocking with you heavy, I wasn't where I'm at now. And I've been stopped rocking with you. So if anybody I was clout chasing off, I would have to say it's my nephew, Jihad Tucker. You know, matter of fact, let me pull something up. You know, I do keep a lot of fine memorabilia in my workspace. If there is anybody who I am clout chasing off, it is this young man right here. Can you see that? Can y'all see that? Look, you see that name on there? That's WCS as well. But look, you see that name? You see that name on there? Maybe if he came at me and said this, I might take offense, right? I don't even think I'll take offense. I'll be like, you know what, nephew, you're right. See, I forget what fight this was. Marvelous Marvin, you know, we did the Marvelous Marvin tributes. You know, I remember this. This was, I got to start getting Jihad to autograph a lot of my stuff. You know, this is a fine one, right? Fine, right? You see the names on there? Marvin Hagler, dripped in the red, white, and blue. This was a Vegas fight. This might have been at the Virgin Hotel. But yes, that was my name on his trunks. So if he said that, I could say, yeah, you know what, Jihad, you're right. But for this guy to say something like that, and his family and his peoples, you know, I never got that. Right? Pause, respectfully. But shout out to Jihad Tucker, my nephew, and Marley, you know. When Marley becomes a champion, I might have a WBC because you know they you get the belts and all that, man. So don't be surprised if you see me with a WBC strap. But hey, what do I know? But let's get back to the mouth guard. So with this customized mouth guard, his mouthpiece shouldn't come out. And the video I just played, he's on record to saying his last 4 fights. Now, we got a couple of y'all in here, right? If that happens with Terrence Crawford, how do you see that playing out? I'm asking you guys because I don't want to give my opinion. What do you guys? Come on, man. It's 5 of y'all in here, man. Don't please just feel free to comment, man. I'm not putting my the link out. I don't do that no more. But if you can comment, man, feel free to comment, man. If the same situation unfolds with happened with Dennis Ugas, where the mouthpiece comes out of his mouth and he might feel like his teeth fall out, what do you think is going to happen with Bud Crawford? What do you think is going to happen? How do you see that playing out? You know, how do you see that playing out? We can reference Cal Brook, right? Remember, but Cal Brook's mouthpiece didn't come out. Cal Brook got hit with a hard shot around the temple area. I believe it was the Omaha Juke Hook. I think that's what they call it. Shout out to Stone Bone. Omaha Stone Bone. Stone Bone's from the north side as well. That's one of Bud Crawford's childhood friends, him and Bernie. They know Bud. And he told me that was called the Omaha Juke Hook. You know? Shout out to WCS. WCS, look, let me pull out one of my memorabilias. You're on here. Can you see that, WCS? Shout out to WCS. Remember this? This was the Vegas fight, man. I mean, shout out to my nephew, man. I got a lot of fine artwork for those of y'all that talk about me. I have receipts. Do you have receipts when it comes to boxing? I have receipts. A salute to WCS. So, yes, it was the Omaha Juke Hook. So, do you think if he's hit with the Juke Hook and his mouthpiece comes out, he does like this? He's looked for his teeth or his mouthpiece. How do you see that playing out with Terrence Crawford? Do you think the referee, whether it's Kenny Bayless or name some other guys out there in Vegas that ref the fights, do you see them saying, stop? And Terrence in kill mode just shut down like who Dennis Ugas did? Or do you see Terrence pouncing on him? And thank you, Pop. Pop says he sees him getting knocked out. That's what happened to Cal Brook. Remember, Cal Brook had the brain fart in the bubble. Remember, that was in the bubble. I was there. Not for that fight, but I was in that bubble at the MGM Grand. And They had to stop the fight. He almost went through the ropes. And he was so defunct that he didn't even know what happened. Now, when the eye collector, you guys, if you guys are some Earl Spence fanatics, you might want to get up out of here because the truth hurts, right? When the eye collector did him in, he still had his bearings, right? He had his bearings to the point where I'm going to attempt to do it right now. He was able to do this. You see, I got out of my chair a little bit and I took a knee. He was able to take a knee. Now, if you're able to take a knee, just like Frank Martin's opponent, that means that you are, come on, you guys are smart in here, still somewhat functional, right? You have your bearings. You have your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because he took a knee, right? With Earl. He felt his eye pop or something, and he took a knee. When Terrence hit him with the Omaha juke hook, you see, I'm talking very slow so you guys could understand this, man. Because I notice a lot of you YouTubers, content creators, when it comes to boxing talk, you don't understand. You get programmed. So I want to help y'all out. I'm not trying to program y'all. I just want y'all to pay attention. So when Earl broke his will, because that's what he said he does, he breaks wills, he was able to take a knee. He took a knee. He bowed with the knee. But when Terrence clubbed him upside his goddamn head with those big gorilla hands of his, man. If you ever seen Terrence, for those, let's see, a lot of y'all that talk this boxing, never been around either one of these fighters. I am not like y'all. I am blessed to have been around both of them, many occasions. And when I tell you Terrence Crawford's hand, his fist is probably the same size as Anthony Joshua's. The man has heavyweight type mitts. If any of you guys have covered him, been around him, shook his hand, dapped him up, or even like sized him up, the man's hands is massive. So I believe they will be fighting in either 8-ounce or 10-ounce gloves. So when a fist of that size is in that small of a glove, see, a lot of you guys, this might be a little hard for you guys to, understand. So that's why I'm breaking it down nice and slow. Normally when you're sparring or you're working out of 16-ounce gloves, a lot of padding, bigger gloves. But when you go to fight underneath the lights, depending on the contract, yes, the contract, see, certain things like this are in the contract, like the weight, that's number one, the weight. But also like the ring size, the ring you're going to be fighting in, and the gloves, 8-ounce, 10-ounce, it's all things are in there. See, you can learn a little something over here. But hey, what do I know, right? So when you fight with those smaller gloves on and you have a massive fist and you get clubbed upside your head, you tend to do what Cal Brook did against him. Y'all remember that? I would put the audio out or the footage, but I don't want my video to get flagged because I am monetized now and my numbers are doing very well. Thank you for that. Thank you. Even though you guys are a little disrespectful in the comments, I'm learning to play the game with you guys. I go back and forth with you. Now, for those of y'all calling me Beetlejuice, do I look like Beetlejuice right now in these nice frames, these designer frames? Do I? Do I look like Beetlejuice with this scouting hat on? Shout out to Wise Owl Boxing. Do I? Just want to know, man. Do I look like Beetlejuice? I was trying to see if Beetlejuice had any kids because I want to see how his kids look. I look at my kids and I'm like, man, they don't resemble him. Pause. It's the sauce, man. Have a little fun with y'all, man. But yes, so when Terrence was able to club with that juke hook, Cal Brook didn't have a chance to bend his knee. His brain, like I'm gonna use my guy Joe the Boxer, aka Joe Dini's terminology. Terrence like crushed his skull. He was dumbfounded. He was dumbfounded. He didn't know where he was at. He might have thought he was at the local pub in Sheffield, but he was in the ring, in the bubble at the MGM Grand. So when he looked at the ref and the ref waved it off, he looked confused. Now, when Earl Spence stopped him and he took the knee like this, I'm going to do it again. He took the knee. Was he confused? Let that soak in. Anybody feel free to answer those questions. Was he confused when he took his knee against Earl Spence, the eye collector, the will breaker? Or was he confused and needing assistance when Terrence clubbed him upside his head with the Omaha juke hook? Simple mathematics, simple equation. Which of the two scenarios was he basically out of his head? When I say out of his head, like the movie Get Out. Which of the two was he like Get Out, where he didn't know what the fuck happened? Pardon my language. Pardon my language. Which of the two scenarios? Was it when he bended the knee, or was it when he had to get assistance from the referee? Come on now. Please, come on, man. This is the sauce, man. I'm giving it to you very remedial tonight, man, because I'm tired of you. I'm just tired of you guys saying that I'm a hater or I'm mad. No, I point out the obvious. See, a lot of you guys are emotionally moist, weak followers. I am none of those things, man. I am none of those things. I am hard-nosed, old school. If you are a soft, beta type of dude, you don't need to be around me. Because if you're not doing right, I'm going to tell you you're not doing right. The same way it was applied to me. And I think that's why I am pretty successful in life. I have a great, municipality career. I'm also thriving right now in this boxing game as an underground journalist, a team member now, camp number 11, and as a photographer. I just picked up photography. To be honest with you, the last two fights that I just shot ringside, I just got that camera in December. And through the will of God, right? I didn't even get to use this camera in the rafters, man. It's like I'm upset, but I'm not. I'm like, man, this is God's will. Normally you get a camera and you learn your camera from the rafters, right? I got this camera. The first fight, they're like, oh, you're shooting ringside. I'm like, damn, for real? And I didn't plan on doing it because that's me. That's me. I like to be in the shadows, man. I like for people just to think I'm the jand, I'm a nobody. So they can try to play me. And then I could step on them like a roach or a weasel or a rat. But no, I shot ringside. And then I followed that up once again, shooting ringside again. But you know what I do, right? And I kind of fell back from doing this. And this is no slight to the young guys at the gym. But I was going to the gym, right? My rec center. And practicing down there. But I just think that, for whatever reason, they kind of overlooked that. So I had to fall back. And you see what I do now. I produce a lot of professional fighter pictures. Just to put it in perspective, like, I come down here and show love. My work is all over the game right now. You guys, to me, in this gym, I love you young guys. But when I bring my camera equipment out and shoot you guys should feel honored. Not only honored, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to get behind the source lens. Because I'm shooting guys like Jihad Tuckers, Abdullah Masons, Troy Isleys, Tiger Johnsons, Big Baby Andersons. Professionals, man. Guys that's on TV. Real talk. So when I come down to the local, because that's what it is. It's the local rec center, and I shoot you guys or attempt to shoot you guys. You guys should value that. Hopefully, y'all caught that sort. But as I digress, so hopefully, like we said, July 29th, this mouthpiece that everybody is so excited about, the eyeball. Hopefully, we don't see that eyeball mouthpiece on the floor that is so glued in to his mouth, to his veneers, his dentures, or whatever they are, his chompers, that it doesn't come out when he catches a shot. Because he's gonna catch his shot. It's a fight. You know, you take punches in a fight. Look, I'm just gonna show you. You take punches in a fight, man. Look, I got a fire frame that I want to throw up. Because you know I do love to show my work. You know, I love to show my work. Shout out to my guy. They go. That's Regis's Progress's coach right there. That's my guy. You do take shots, right? I got a fire frame I'm gonna throw up right here. Look at this frame right here. Only one like. And I swear you can't make this up. But look at that frame right there. And I threw a little bit of the sauce on it. But if you can see this frame, right? And I'm gonna blow it all the way up for you. I'm gonna get out the way. I'll come back in a second. I want you to see this frame. I'll come back on screen in a second. But look at this frame right here. This, and I threw this frame up because they was like, oh, you only showing pictures. Jihad lost. You only showing pictures of him not getting hit. He got hit right here. Right on the chops. Look at that. Captured the lens. That only got one light. You know what that lets me know? A lot of you dudes on social media, you talk boxing every day. You guys are haters of the Source experience. Because that right there not only is a fine piece of work, it's boxing 101. That is a fighter taking one right on the chin, biting down on his mouthpiece. Look at that. He bit right down and returned fire. But look at that frame, though, man. Go figure. Only one like. Can't make this stuff up. And then they get mad at me when I come on here and I front. This is why. You know, this is why, man. This is why I front and do the things that I do. But that was a fire frame right there. That's Jihad Tucker. Biting down. Can I get down? Get on down. Yes, he can get down, man. Jihad definitely gets down. Be on the lookout. Major fight news coming soon. You know, coming soon. You know, but man, that was my second fight in a row shooting ringside. I think the separation is showing, right? The separation is showing. But now, as I digress back to the mouth guard, you see that shot that he took? That's kind of like the similar shot that Earl Spence took when he went looking for his mouthpiece. So maybe what the fighter told me might be accurate, that he can't bite down. Because if you're biting down on your mouth guard, on your jaw, and you take a punch, you bite down. But July 29th, 11 days out, I am super excited. I got invited to a fight party. I'm probably gonna go. You know, because like I said, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a little awkward because you know it's gonna be a lot of drinking. I don't drink no more. Haven't had a drink in almost 6 months now. So that is kind of, you know, it's gonna be different. But it's not like I haven't been around alcohol, you know. But, you know, just going to a fight party. Normally I'm at the fight, so I do it from my home. But I say, you know what? The fella that invited me, a good guy, and he has a nice spot. Like he has a customized man cave. Real nice. No, I'm looking at one of my messages. Oh, let me call my guy back. I might give you guys a quick gem right here. I just missed this call. You guys should try to get an interview from this guy right here. If you want some classic funk, reach out to my man right here.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? You down there?
Yeah, they got some sparring, some heavyweights.
Some sparring heavyweights? Is it some good? Is it some good action?
I don't know.
Is it somebody that I might could broker a deal for or what? Is it worth my while?
I don't know. Some Jesse Gomez bought this guy. I don't know.
Do I need to make a phone call?
No.
No?
No.
All right, so I'll see you in a second. I'll be down there.
But the phone call got to be with us in it, not no Jesse.
All right. Oh, I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah, shout out to Joe Diddy, man. That's my guy. I'm about to go check out. Let's see what's going down there, man. You heard? But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up. You Earl Spence mates that probably were over here, like my guy WCS would say, you strays. Was this disrespectful tonight? And I don't listen. Let me tell you something, man. This is me right here, man. Can y'all see this? Let me put this up there again, man. You guys want to classify me as a Bud buddy, right? Now I have buddies with Bud. Shout out to Bernie the Boxer and Steven Nelson and those guys over there. Good stand-up guys. Coach Red. Very stand-up, respectable men. So salute to them, right? But I am Team Tucker. Team Tucker. Just because I come on here and I expose my past relationships with Earl Spence and them does not make me a Bud buddy. It just makes me somebody that's living off experience. See, a lot of you guys that come on here and talk boxing never done nothing in boxing other than YouTube. And that's cool. That's cool. But don't get in your feelings when somebody like myself and others that actually cover the sport, that actually had dealings with these people, speak on that. Because I noticed that a lot of you guys, especially you strangers, that's what I call y'all, strangers in my comments, get upset when I speak on Earl Spence. But I have every right to speak on him because this is a man that spoke on me, said I wasn't his family. Cool, we're not family. I only knew his uncles. But then when he did that and, you know, his little groupie ass radicals attempted to speak down on me, say that I'm making it seem like I'm some beggar or what was they saying that I was like, it made it seem like I was a bum. Now, meanwhile, I'm a homeowner, successful business owner. And you see what my man just called me. I do a lot behind the scenes. But you see, by him doing that, right? Look how God works. Jihad Tucker whooped every last fighter on Man Down Promotions. And I stand on that. Now, had they played their cards right, they would have had this gem right here. We're going to close on this. We're going to close on this. Had they played their cards right. Because, see, that was always the plan, right? That was always the plan. Bring Jihad to Man Down Promotion. But I'm glad, man. You know, God works in mysterious ways. Jihad's been on ESPN since he was 17 years old. And shout out to my uncle, James Prince and Antonio Leonard. And the good people over there at Top Rank as well. Last time I checked, Man Down Promotion fighters, they don't fight on TV. You know, they just had a fight on TV, Frank Martin, right? How many fights did it take him to reach that? I believe Jihad right out the gate, man. Right out the gate. And if I'm lying, I'm flying. But if I'm lying, I wouldn't have the receipts. Yeah, we Yeah, we was under the lights early, man. Early, man. Right out the gate, man. But salute to my team, man. I ain't going to wrap this up, man. Feel free to share the content. You heard what I said? Feel free. It's free. Feel free to smash my like button. But like I said, the 19th. Look, I got my mouth guard right here too. Look, here's my mouth guard. Look. See my mouth guard? Bite down. That's my mouth guard. See, Mom? Bite down. Yeah. Bite down. Yeah, that's my mouth guard. You know, sometimes I do play around a little bit. For those of y'all in my comments and, you know, talking gibberish. Run up. Run up. You know the vibes. So everybody be blessed. Be good. It's the sauce. Backpack killer, Sam, school you. yeah. Work, Chris, work, body. Nice, good body shot. Body shot, Chris. Good body shot. Chris, good body shot.
It only takes for you to win once. You could lose 10 years in a row and you hit that right jug. Bam! That shit changed the goddamn game. And guess what? They gonna bow down. So I don't care how rough it's been on you, all you gotta do is hit once. Pull off that one thing in the back of your mind, you pull that off and guess what? They gonna, oh, he a born winner, he did.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo-Helua. I'm a top-rated knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.